Hey, stay smooth. Baby, you think I should tell him my name?
Real talk with Monica. They already know your name.
No, they don't, man. No, they don't, man. They don't know my name. The haters all coming up. The man, the women. So, what you think I should do, baby?
We better get some sauce. Real talk with Monica. They don't know her name.
And that's real talk.
You don't know my name. Miss Real Talk. Miss Real Talk. Miss Real Talk. They don't know my name. Miss Real Talk. Miss Real Talk. Miss Real Talk. You don't know my name. Miss Real Talk. Miss Real Talk. Miss Real Talk. They don't know my name. Miss Real Talk. Miss Real Talk. Miss Real Talk. They don't know my name. My name is Monica, aka Miss Real Talk. I'm telling all the haters my name. That's right, yes, my name is Miss Real Talk. I'm representing VA. I decided to do this track with my homie Stay Smooth from the 1800. Good evening, everyone. Good Friday, March the 30th. My name is Monica L. Ball, known as Miss Real Talk, of Real Talk with Monica. Before we begin tonight's show, let me first say it's a great honor to be on air, and it's a great privilege. And we're broadcasting live from Richmond, Virginia. And it's great to be broadcasting live on the airways of Comcast Public Access TV on Comcast 95 and FIOS. Yes, FIOS 36. Before we begin tonight's show, I want to first thank God. Last Friday night, I was involved in a vehicle incident prior to taping of episode 2, Life After Serving and Protecting, here at Comcast, right here at 918 North Boulevard in Richmond, Virginia. Let me first say, thank God, nothing severely had happened, but I am injured, and I want to thank the great people of the Richmond Police. I want to thank the Richmond Ambulance, and I want to thank Comcast producer Leroy Wilkins and my collaborative partner Sykes of ENLIVENGLOBALMEDIA, and my RTW member DAWNBRANCH, and the great people and supporters that's been supporting me of Real Talk with Monica, and family, friends, and well-wishers that's been wishing me my recovery. And I always tell people, when you love to do what you do, you have a strong passion. And even though I'm not at my full best, I have a passion to put on a very good episode tonight. And I fully regret that episode that I did not air with tremendous guests, William Lightfoot, Albertina Walker, and Johnny Walker. That episode will be aired at a later date. And I have asked Comcast manager and to see about we can redo that episode at a later date. And we'll see what it can happen. But first, I want to thank everybody for sending me well wishes, because that let me know that really people really want Real Talk with Monica deceived here in Richmond, Virginia. And I really said this because Comcast was the first place that I got my start here back in 2014 in November. And I really think it ain't nothing but God. And I always tell people, you can have money, fame, or anything, but your life is very you got to have life. And you got to have a very meaning into what life is. And nothing on resurrection that you know the meaning of what it is, especially on Good Friday. And we're going to have a dynamic show. Yes, we are. And I got a great special co-host. And you know, it ain't nothing like God to have a great bang on my return back. Yes, I am. And she's looking dynamically beautiful. You know, I had to come back looking drop dead gorgeous, drop down, dressed down with my girl MJ Fashions. Michelle Robinson got me dressed down. She said, Monica, well, you know, gotta come back looking good. I want to thank her. And then Waterbury Jewels, Donna Marie Britt,
allowing me to look with Jules. And then, you know, with Jackie Hunter, she's an RVA author. And then I'm going to have another RVA author, our first guest that's going to come up, Valarie McAllister. And then another, we got to bring a male in here, Raymond. Yeah, Raymond, this man, he been blowing me up. You know, just like that military dude. He gonna seek in this. He's like, you gotta get me come on your Real Talk with Monica show. And then we got other guests coming on, Shanniki P. I got to get this lady all the way, I believe, from Farmville, Virginia to come in here. But it's going to be a dynamic show, guys. And I just want to say that it's going to be a bang, and you better not lose that down. If you do, I'm going to come after you. But no, all seriousness and everything. But we're going to have a great show on this Good Friday. So I want y'all to stay tuned. And don't lose that down. If you're watching on Facebook land, you know, it's going to be uploaded later on our YouTube channel, Real Talk with Monica. But right now, you're watching on Comcast 95 and 536. And you better not lose that down. If so, I'm going to get mad. No, all seriousness. Stay tuned for more. And you know what? That is Real Talk. Welcome back after that quick break, and guess what? We're going to have our special co-host for tonight, the beautiful Jackie Hunter. Yes, Jackie is a native of the RVA area, and she's a graduate of ECU, and she's a former teacher, yes, math and science, and she's wearing her beautiful red because she's lost in the red hills of Mars, but she made it here tonight at Real Talk with Monica. So, Jackie, welcome to Real Talk with Monica.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
For the very first time.
Yes, yes, and I'm so glad you're well.
Yeah, thank you so
getting
much.
Better.
Well, getting better, you're right.
Yes.
So tell our Real Talk viewers a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am, as Monica has said, I'm a retired middle school science teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Presently, I'm an author,
Mm-hmm.
and I've written a novel,
Okay.
Lost in the Red Hills of Mars.
Mm-hmm.
And you can find that novel on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, and indiebooks.com.
Yeah, so tell us about that. It seems like it's an interesting concept. Yeah, tell us about this 13-year-old, and it seems like she's this planet world. Yeah.
Well, it is, as I said earlier, it's a sci-fi novel. I wrote it for middle school students, and some of my friends have read it, and they say they love it too. So I think it's for middle school, young adult, and the young at heart.
So it's Celine, right?
The main character is Celine, and she's a 13-year-old girl who lives in the first human colony on Mars.
Okay.
And her father gets lost in a sandstorm.
Okay.
And everyone says her father is dead, but she doesn't believe it. And so she talks a young man into going out with her to find her father. And they get into all kinds of trouble on Mars.
Oh, wow. It's almost like an expedition. I can see, like, maybe this might be a Hollywood movie,
That would be great. That would be wonderful. Or a TV show would be nice, too.
Yeah. So what made you want to get into math and science? Was your, especially in the academics, was your family any scholars, educators?
Well, my brother, who's passed away, was a physicist. And I've always loved math and science. I think it's in my blood. My father was very good with fixing the TV and fixing his car. So I just think it really is in our DNA.
And so that's why you came up with the concept, because it seemed like in your book you wanted to seek father's approval.
Well, I don't know if I was really thinking that when I wrote it. As I was writing it, I was thinking about the inventions, the futuristic technology that I have in my book. And I wanted to inspire young people to invent. I remember when I was teaching school, a lot of the students thought everything had been invented.
Right.
So I wanted them to know that there's a possibility that something else can be invented. So with the futuristic technology that's in my book, I think it might inspire someone to invent something. At least I hope so.
I know you have a strong passion to do a lot with the kids, and you know, even you like to educate, because you said you really like to develop more, to cultivate the kids' mind, especially in middle school.
Well,
like in the 6th to 8th grade, you know?
6th, 7th, and 8th
Scientific
graders.
methods.
Well, one thing that I'm going to be doing in July,
Mhm.
I will have a science show right here with the ladies of Comcast.
Oh, congratulations. No wonder you're getting warmed up with me, okay? Okay.
And I'm really looking forward to that. And I'll be interviewing scientists and
Okay.
doctors and encouraging young people to get into what we call STEM careers.
Mhm.
And STEM careers are careers that are related to science,
Mhm.
technology,
Mhm.
engineering, and mathematics.
Yeah, I remember I went to your book signing at the Richmond Main Public School. Is it STEM? Is it STEM? So you was a part of their project group? Was it like something about women, African American scientists?
Well,
Yeah.
actually, STEM is science,
Mm-hmm.
that's what the S stands
Mhm.
for, and then technology, engineering, and mathematics. So those are the careers that I'm encouraging young people to get into.
Okay.
There's scholarship money, there's a lot of money available for young people,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been told that there's money sitting around and they don't even know about it.
Wow.
So I'll be talking about different scholarship programs that are available.
Okay.
So students who are interested in those fields
Mhm.
will hopefully go forward and seek a career
Mhm.
using scholarship money.
And so your retirement life, what's going on in Swanee, Georgia?
Well, my daughter, who's going to have a birthday this Sunday,
Okay.
she'll be 42. She doesn't mind me telling because she looks so beautiful too, just
Okay.
like you do.
Oh, thank you so much.
And that's her home. That's where she lives. My son-in-law, you know that he was a professional basketball player.
Who's your son-in-law?
Jerry Stackhouse.
Jerry who?
Jerry Stackhouse.
Not the NBA, former NBA,
Yes,
okay.
yes, 18 years in the NBA.
Oh, wow. So I see the bloodlines of highly academic and highly achievers runs in the bloodline.
Yeah, I think so. My granddaughter is 18 and she's at Syracuse University.
Yes.
She's majoring in film
Yeah.
and directing. And then I have a 16-year-old grandson who is in 11th grade.
Well, we're giving granddaughters some experience that grandma is now co-hosting, grandmother's on the show. So, hint, hint. We might have Lost in the Red Hills in Mars, directed by granddaughters.
That's a possibility. That is a possibility. That would be wonderful.
Wouldn't it be?
Yes, it would be.
Are you excited though, Jackie? We gotta have a jam-packed show. Are you excited to
I'm
be?
very excited. We got all these authors coming on.
Yeah.
That's going to be great.
Yeah, I mean, only some great authors. We're gonna have some sister talk with Val.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's on Rejoice. I gotta throw some of my Rejoice family members. Yeah, y'all Comcast listeners don't even Verizon. I don't know why they gotta say Verizon, but I gotta say Verizon. Rejoice 101.3 FM and 998 AM. We know why I gotta take off 998 AM. Then we just 101.3 FM. But yeah, she has a show. And actually, it's going to be on Sunday. She's like every first Sunday of the month at 10 a.m. She likes to talk some sister talk, and she got some conversation. She has a book. And then we got the gentleman. Look, he getting all these bombarded with all these beautiful ladies.
That's
Raymond, okay. And then we're going to have all the way Raymond Goode. And then we're going to have Shanniki P. She's coming down for some inspiration. And, it's going to be a great show.
They're exciting people. I've been talking with them in the green room, and they're great.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
I think we're going to have some jam-packed show. Now, you ain't putting it, everybody was getting nervous, Jack. And they was thinking we gonna get some gotcha questions.
I know.
Look, we ain't like Trump now. See, we had Trump on the stage. Look, we ain't trying to get no ratings like 60 minutes. Let me tell you some real talk, man. I just see that Stormy Daniels. This is the buffoonery. I know we're gonna get back into this now, but this is raw real talk. Now, how can a scripper? Now, people can see this, the highest rated stuff. And Roseanne Barr, no offense, all this crazy mess, but then people can't support great shows like this. When we put some people with some authenticity, with some substance on the air, but with some foolishness and buffoonery, people see that. Now see, that's what I'm talking about, some real talk.
it's really a shame.
Yeah.
Because watching a show like this, they can learn something.
Yeah.
And find something useful for their life.
Yeah. But see, if I sat up there and say I done slept with Trump, man.
You did on every station.
Man, what Miss Real told me then, what man? The internet that flew open, that everything. I knew she was a Trump lover. And, I always tell people quit to jump with something negative. But when it's something good and positive, I tell somebody, first thing when it's something like that, boy, people, they cut it. And this is the last time I'm going to mention this about the accident. Now, I done got mama, daddies, and people I ain't even know off the woodwork. They inbox me, Jack. Oh, you alright? You okay. I'm your friend now. But what were you?
Before that.
Yeah, what were you when? You get cousins and judging Cub and judging Cam all the woodwork then. But all seriousness though, it just kills me when something negative people flock to that. When something positive, I want them to tune into that. Okay, we gotta keep it positive. It's Good Friday, Easter Sunday. Some of y'all need to be running up in that church, and they need to have some holy water sprinkling all along you. So watch this episode. Well, all of that. So Jackie, let's get to a quick break.
Okay.
And then we're gonna get to our first guest.
All right.
Because I think we need to talk some sister talk, right?
I agree.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so stay tuned for Sister Talk with Val coming up. Only on Real Talk. Welcome back. Yes, it's now time for some Sister Talk with my girl Valarie McAllister. And she's got the book club. She's our first guest lined up. Let's talk some Sister Talk with Val.
Okay.
Welcome to Real Talk with Monica.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us, this girl all the way, you from Massachusetts?
I'm from New Jersey originally.
Wait a minute, yeah, New Jersey, right?
Originally from.
Yeah, but you've been all over. You've been divorced,
Been,
got kids.
two grown kids.
And which one of the kids in the
7
back?
grandchildren, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit what Sister Talk with Val about.
So Sister Talk with Val is really my way of really reaching women, because it is my goal to recreate our village, one person, one community at a time. So with Sister Talk, we have different topics where we just kind of open it up to women, get straight to the point, and just talk about issues that affect us every day.
Okay. So what made you decide to write the book club?
I didn't do it on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I had moved to Mass. I missed my friends. I was a part of a book club, so I missed my friends. I wrote a couple of chapters, and when I came back to Virginia, my sister read it and goes, "Wow, that's a book, and you should finish that." And when we had the last snowstorm, she kept telling me, "What happens next? What happens next?" So she really forced me to finish the book. It was just happened, and I loved it, and so now I'm finished that and working on book 2, which is going to be out in a couple months.
So Jackie, what kind of advice y'all both
Now
now?
the authors.
Yeah.
Well, I started reading your book, and it's so funny. I actually purchased it. It's so good.
Oh,
I was really enjoying it. But one thing that I noticed about your writing is that you were writing in first person,
Yeah.
and that's supposed to be a real challenge.
Yeah.
Real difficult to do.
Yeah. That's God. Because, everything about the book it kind of just formed and created. And I'm so connected to it that there's a piece of me in all of the characters. Yeah.
So how long did it took you to do the book club? And how long did it took you to do the book club? And what inspired you to do it? Because I'm in the early stages. See, I gotta give advice to y'all. That's why I did this episode, to get some hints and maybe steal some ideas.
Really, one of the things that inspired me to do it is that I was watching some of these reality shows on TV and how they depict Black women. And I said, no, that's not all we do. We don't always jump up on the table and want to fight each other and talk about
Love and hip hop.
And in my relationship relationships with women, I've had some really important and valuable relationships that women have gotten me through some of the most difficult times in my life. So I really wanted to show us in a way that, yeah, we can fight and argue, but at the end of the day, we persevere. That's what we do. We're strong. We are beautiful and strong and united, and together we can accomplish a lot. And so that really was a lot of my inspiration, really wanting a place where women can laugh and see themselves in it and say, I know her, and also know, hey, this person got through that situation, I can get through mine.
And how long did it take you to do the book about?
Probably, I'm going to say about 6 months.
Wow.
6 months to a year. Yeah.
Goodness. And have you got any flack from doing this book?
Well, when I first wrote the book, I had people text me, is that me? And
Only the names are
yes, even my girlfriends was waiting, because my girlfriends who were part of the book club, they all was like that. They were waiting to see which one was them. But what they found is, what we found is that there's a little piece of all of us throughout this. It's not one person.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You know, I always tell people that whenever you're doing something, I always say, out of your comfort zone, you see who really for you. I say that because you always got all these critics. Step in line. Well, you shouldn't really like this. Everybody's a critic.
That's so true.
But they never ever step out and do something like you just did. I always say, number one, let me give you kudos. Not only are you an author, you're a radio host. Let me tell you a little something. I had to brag about this girl. When I first met her, and I always say, let me tell you how I met her. Social media. You know, I met Jackie, social media. I always tell people how you meet people and how I met Raymond, social media, how I met Shanniki. It's social media. I always tell people you meet some great people through social media. And when you meet people through social media, it's about connectivity. And when you meet them face to face and you see where the heart is and the trust level, and she trusted me that I told her, I said, and I heard her talk and I heard her story, I said, you could be a great radio host. So tell us about Sister Talk with Val.
So first of all, thank you for that opportunity. Monica, we were talking, and she said, well, have you ever been, on TV or radio? And I said, yeah, a long time ago, I did a local cable access show. She said, oh, then you got something going then. I want you to come on this show. And I was like, okay. If she believed I could do it, then, all right, I'm going to try to do it. But I have really enjoyed it. I had my first show the first Sunday in March, and it's every first Sunday at 10 o'clock, and the next one is going to be this Sunday, and we're going to be talking, and it's going to be good because I'm going to have my daughter on, and it's going to, the title
Wait a minute. I hate when people come on here and say daughters, and they don't give daughters' name or credit. Okay?
Kia Reed, Kelly Reed.
Okay, get it right. Because she won't turn, she can say, Mom, you ain't say my name when you don't like
Kelly
to.
Reed,
Okay.
that's my oldest, and we're going to talk about finding your happiness.
Okay. Oh, wow. That's a
you know,
great topic.
Yeah, everybody's always looking for some happiness, and we're going to have a little conversation about it with our sisters.
Some real sisters.
Some real sister talk.
I like that. I think I'm going to tune in for that conversation.
Yeah,
I will.
Look at Jackie. I like that. Might be something come on the next episode.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's, she said, the synergy.
Okay, that sounds great.
So, what do you see what you doing in radio show, what's the next thing?
Well, I have published my first anthology, that came out in December, Make Pain Pay. Didn't think I would do that, have done that. And so I wrote the play to the book club, and so that's my next.
Oh, you read a play?
I finished the play, it's just
But you know what? Raymond would be good. He's a playwright. So see?
Look it up.
See? Miss Monica knows what she's doing. The guy working this thing
I
out.
know that's right. Only God. Only God.
Okay.
Yes.
So as we're wrapping up, where can we find more information on you?
Yes, so you can go to my website because I'm also an entrepreneur. It's Generational Words with an S. www.generationalwords.com, or my Facebook, Valarie McAllister. Or you can email me at the number one, Valarie, Valerie McAllister @gmail.com.
Okay, make sure, can you hold up that great book and see where they can find it at and
You
purchase
can
it?
purchase this on Amazon.com, or you can go to my website, www.generationalwords.com.
Well, if you like and be nice, you know, you might give our viewers a little discount or something, a little Miss Real Talk discount.
If you tune into my radio show at on Sunday at 10, I'm giving away
What?
copies of
See? It pays to tune in?
Call up.
Okay, tell them one more time where they can find out the radio show at.
It's Rejoice Radio 101.3 FM. It is going to be Sunday at 10 o'clock. It's from 10 to 10:30, so tune in, call in, I'll give you the number. What's the number, Monica, to Rejoice?
Oh goodness. Okay, I'm still on I got amnesia.
Tune in, we'll give you the...
Wait a minute. 804-788-0990.
There you go.
Where my prize at? Jeopardy, you won. We're having so much fun. All right. See, look at these trick questions. Okay, we wrapping it up, guys. Okay, Valarie, Jack, and we know we always gotta say, we gotta always tell our guests to say that's real talk after the count of 3, okay? All right. 1, 2, 3.
That's real talk.
Stay tuned for our next guest, Miss Shannikipgreen. Welcome back, guys. Guess what? Now we got another. No, this ain't turning your channel, guys. Yeah, we got Shannikipgreen. Welcome to Real Talk with Monica for the very first time.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Yes, and you came up here and you said you gonna represent. You representing hard, man.
Representing.
Don't put me in jacket of shame now. Look, this ain't Wendy Williams. Leroy, I produced it, and I said we gotta do that shoe cam. It was like, wait a minute, we gotta hit that shoe cam. Leroy hit that shoe cam, man. So she came out here. She's like, I'm driving almost 2 hours, and I came in here. And I ain't come up in here. I gotta represent all the way down here to let us know we country folks. We can represent, baby. So tell everybody where you represent from.
I'm representing Fluvanna County.
Fluvanna. I got it wrong. I thought it was Columbia. It's Fluvanna. I knew it was there. Look, it's some medication the doctor helping me to fix my pain, guys. But all seriousness and all of that. So welcome to Real Talk. So tell our Real Talk viewers a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a single parent. I work for a school division in Charlottesville. I am an author, an entrepreneur,
Okay.
and I'm aspiring to be an inspirational speaker.
Wow. I mean, when I was doing the research on it, and thank you so much, and I had posted out on social media, so I was looking for a guest, and you was on it. So tell us, what inspired you, number one, to want to be out talking about domestic violence, working with the youth, being an inspiration for women, empowerment, tell us about that.
Well, I was in a domestic violence relationship for about 11 years.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know, but I went through it, and a lot of stuff that I went through I didn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
So until I started seeking God, He started revealing things to me.
Mm-hmm.
So my goal is to help other women who may have been through domestic violence or who's feeling hopeless. And youth, I have a teenage daughter, so I'm always doing something for the youth. I just love the youth. I love to empower them, to encourage them, to keep them uplifted. They go through so much that we didn't have to go through growing up. And so I would love to just keep them uplifted.
And we have your beautiful, is that your beautiful
That's my
daughter
daughter,
behind
yes.
the scenes? And
Yes.
what's her name?
Chavala.
Green.
Yes.
And you was down here in Richmond this past March the 17th.
I was supposed to, he had to cancel that,
Okay.
so.
I'm sorry, I heard
Yes,
about
he
that.
did, yes, so,
Okay.
but
But we glad you're here.
Yes, I'm here now, so yes.
Okay, no problem. So tell us about understanding God's purpose for your life.
Yes. Well, this book, honestly, I didn't think I was an author. I never looked at myself as an author. That's not something that I had seen for myself. I went through, after going through my divorce, started seeking God more, started, praying more, and just asking just for understanding of a lot of stuff. And So once I surrendered to God, I started walking in my purpose. And so he told me, I need you to write this book. And I was like, I'm not writing a book. I don't know nothing about writing a book. And he kept saying, I need you to write this book. He even gave me the title for the book.
Oh, wow.
So, and then this book is a little bit of my testimony. I touched on, but it's just to inspire somebody else, just so people would understand. It doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter what you've been through in the past, it doesn't matter how much you messed up. God has a purpose for you. We were all created for a purpose, on purpose, and it's something that this world needs that only you can give.
And you know what really resonated with me, because I love this design for a purpose. I really think that everyone out here is truly designed for a purpose.
Yes.
It's just knowing which purpose that God wants you
Yes,
to do.
yes, and yes.
You really think that too?
Yes. Yes, and you have to seek God in order to find it. He created you, so He knows what's best for you. So for me, it wasn't until I sought Him, I was seeking His face. I kept praying, and that's when I started understanding why I was here, because I kept saying, I know this can't be all to life. And so through seeking Him,
then I tend to meditate, and then that way I can seek
yes,
God.
yes.
So you tend to
Pray. Yes, I pray a lot. Yes, I do a lot of praying, and like I said, sometimes we find our purpose through tragedy.
Yeah.
And so that's when I found that I turned my pain into purpose.
Right.
So going through the divorce, at the time I was upset, I was hurt, I was angry,
Right.
Depressed. But through that, I birthed my purpose. And
you were
so,
very brave though to share that, because so many women keep
Yes.
that hidden.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So tell us, in doing it, you have wrote another book, A Long Journey to Becoming a Woman of God.
Yes, that was my second one. Just my journey as learning about God and what it is to be a godly woman. And so, but my main purpose is for people to understand their purpose and how to get there, and then they can take the next step of becoming a godly woman. And being single, and have a lot of single women. You try to find a man, you need to be a godly woman. You need to, let that man find you, but let him find you walking the way God wants you to walk.
Do you give them kind of steps or preparations?
Yes, it's
Okay.
in the book about becoming a woman of God is more of like integrity and modesty and just how a woman is supposed to carry herself.
Well, you carry yourself well.
But you got a lot of that wisdom from the Bible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. I go straight to the Bible, so I have verses in here, and I tell you where to go to look, and so. But yeah, I'm telling you, the Bible. One time I couldn't understand it, but so many different Bibles out here that you can just find one that that you can really relate to. And once I started reading and seeking and praying, I started understanding it. And so the verses was like, okay, I see now. I see what I'm supposed to do.
Okay. So with all of that said, in a nutshell, what in the scope, where do you see this going?
My goal is I want to go out I volunteered at a women's shelter for women who's been through domestic violence. So my goal is to go out and speak to women conferences, maybe schools, colleges, high schools, speak to girls. So that's my goal, just to keep people inspired and just to give them an encouraging word is what I want to do. I'm doing a lot of speaking engagements now.
Oh, wow.
And so this is wonderful because I was a shy girl in school.
Not you.
That's hard.
Yes, never wanted to speak in front of people, but like I say, when you lean and depend on God, you can do anything. They say all things, all things. Yes, all things.
So where can we find this? Some of your books is on Amazon.
My book is on Amazon. This is on Amazon and Barnes and Noble.
Okay.
And you can check my Facebook page out, SHANNIKIPGREEN, or Design for a Purpose 7, the number 7.
And you be on Instagram, please post
I
that.
do be on Instagram, Design for a Purpose 7.
This girl right here stays on Instagram. I give her kudos. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, well, and I just want to say thank you so much for coming on, and I look forward in building, because I see us building more greater relationships.
Yes.
And you will not be a stranger to me.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. We always got to say that's real talk after the count of 3. Can I get you to say that and look into that camera right there? 1, 2, 3.
Now that's real talk.
That's real talk.
All right, let's stay up with our found guest. Say the best for last. Raymond Goode. Stay tuned. Welcome back, yes, to our found guest, Raymond Goode. He's representing for the fellas tonight, guys. Yeah, he had all these beautiful ladies. That's what the military does. He came in here and saved the day for the guys on this Good Friday. Welcome to Real Talk with Monica the very first time.
Thank you, thank you. First of all, to come back off of a week
Okay.
of a horrific accident
Yeah.
and to be doing your show, like that's strength, that's courage. The Creator has a plan for you. Keep going forward. Let's go to work.
Yeah, let's go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work.
Let's go to work.
So tell us, Raymond, I was talking to you, you had actually came through social media. Yeah, linked up. You're a U.S. veteran. You decided to, in 2010, to quit your job. You was working, what, 3 jobs?
In group home and day treatment counseling, all working with kids.
Right. So what made you want to just give up?
I went through a bad depression and suicidal ever about 8 years ago, and the vision that was given to me was to meet Oprah Winfrey, so I packed everything inside of a car and just took off, and yeah. 8 years later, I am now the author of 5 books. I have Traces of You, Road to Oprah, Through Their Eyes, 350 Goals of a Leader, and How to Write and Print Your Own Book for under $300. So 8 years later, since that stance, 5 books. I've sold over 50,000 books independently, 17 cities, 13 states. I am the playwright of a production Through Their Eyes, which was just went on last night at the Peter Paul Development Center, and I also have another production coming up April 7th at the Richmond Main Public Library.
Right. So what do you have? Amplified Frequency Production?
Amplified Frequency Production, that is the name of my company.
Yes.
So Amplified Frequency Productions, that is actually me. Because I write books and I do plays and I do so much, so I like to say that the frequency is just amplified.
Okay.
So that's the name of my company, Amplified Frequency Productions.
What made you come up with that name?
Me. because of all of this that I do, I give out so much energy. I try I inspire and I motivate so many other people. Like, this isn't just a gift that's for me. It's a gift that I can spread around to others. Like, I'm listening to the other two, to the 2 authors that was on here before, and they're doing tremendous work. And they want to be playwrights and directors, and they want to write their own book. So I have How to Write and Print Your Own Book for under $300. The 2 ladies, they have their daughters out there. One just did a cold read for my play. She's already in the production.
Well, I was getting ready to say, I was getting ready to go into this. He's always looking for talent, because it's so fun. Look, Karen. Look, when your Karen, he's like, man, he always finding somebody off the screen. That's Raymond.
So Through Their Eyes, with every newspaper and news story that I read or seen, I put myself in the victim's shoes and wrote their stories. The book has 45 short stories, and they all have critical thinking questions at the end of every story. The name of the production is called Through Their Eyes, an evening of monologues, music, and art. And I take several other stories out of the book and put it on stage. There's a live band that performs during set change, and there's different artists who paint pictures that correlate the story with the story. So if you have any kind of creative talents, if your talent is twirling a rubber band around your finger to some music, I can use you for this production, because this is all about creating and creation.
You know, I'm glad you said it, because one of the models that I work with that works frequently, Trayshawn Patty. Yeah, and I always say that because a lot of young kids, they want it so bad. I work with a lot of young kids, and the thing is, I always tell them that you got to work at it. They want fame so fast, but a lot of them don't know that you got to work at it. You're going to get the money.
Right.
The money going to come, but you got to work at it.
You got to enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
It's look, I've had highs, I had lows. I mean, just last year I was sleeping in my car. I mean, but you got to enjoy the journey, because the vision is so much bigger.
Right. You got to have the passion.
You got to have passion. Yeah. You have to have the faith of a mustard seed.
Yeah. Have your faith ever been withered from your passion? Because I always say that, because like you always hear the naysayers that, even with me, when I started this journey, that why you want to do Real Talk, Mom? It's a bunch of Real Talks.
Right.
Why you want to do that? Have you had people to try to distract you from the vision that God has for you?
Yes. And I really just had this because I'm always writing. And when I first began my mission of what I was doing, it was like a train at the substation. And there was people on the side and they were like, no, don't do it, you can't do it, why you're just a stupid idiot. And then the train started moving. Now when it started moving, they started trying to pull the train back, trying to slow it down. And then it started going faster and faster and faster. It went like they was now holding on to the train because the wind was whipping them so fast. Now it's moving so fast they can't even hold on no more.
Right.
This train is coming. There is no stopping. There is no. When I first began this journey, when I quit my 3 jobs and I was homeless in Chicago, and my first thing in Chicago, I went and got a self-storage unit.
Right.
And to leave 3 jobs and making $90,000 a year from the 3 jobs that I'm making, and to be in the self-storage unit, my very first night, I said, "The hell am I doing?
Yeah.
I have lost my mind." I mean, the home is paid for, the car is paid for, but that began the journey of Road to Oprah, and it started with with me wanting to meet Oprah, but now it's 8 years of self-discovery of Raymond Goode. And now Raymond Goode is finding out who he is. And yeah, this journey is cool.
That's great. That's great.
Do you think that maybe, would you meet Oprah?
I don't think. It's
You know,
already there.
it's already
Oh no, it's already. See, that's Road to Oprah. See, I know that my books hold separate entities, so that's the Road to Oprah journey. That's Raymond Goode. So I work and I listen to other people's stories through here. I teach leadership goals and values, and then I teach everyone how to write and print their own book for under $300, because this is what pulled me out of depression. This is what pulled me from that suicidal phase. So if I can give anybody that piece of knowledge and to get them away from that phase, hey, boom, here you go. Now, like, one of the ladies out there, she has an 11-year-old daughter. I said, take that 11-year-old daughter, have her write about 20 or 30 poems, turn it into a book. Go to every barbershop and beauty salon in the city and have that pretty little 11-year-old girl sell a book for $5. Who not go buy from her? You get her in front of one class with 5 people there, she speaks in front of that one class, now she's a motivational speaker. Let's go to work.
Did you have any, have you had the support from the African American community?
Yes, no. but I've been doing this for I've been putting on my place. I've been doing what I do for 8 years.
Okay.
And of course the negativity is always going to come, and it's going to come from my people, regardless. But they're my people.
Yeah, I say that because when you put on production, it's no cheap thing. It's money. It gotta come from somewhere.
Right.
But your salesmanship is amazing, though, because I noticed you said you were selling like 6,000 books a year, around 6,000 a year. I did the math on it. I was like, wow, that's amazing.
That's standing outside of Walmart. That's in any city I go to every barbershop, beauty salon that there is. That's knocking on people's doors. They did it with Britannica encyclopedias back in the day. Why can't I do it with my books? Why can't I do it with my books? One of my friends told me, he said, you're trying to sell a book. If a parrot lands on your shoulder right now, it's going to start up a conversation. I'm going to pull these books out. That's a lovely looking parrot. But look through their eyes. But it's a blessing. It's to meet so many diverse cultures and nationalities and different people. And it's amazing. It's an amazing journey. It's an amazing journey.
Okay. So I was wanting to know, with all of that speaking, did you think when you went through your homelessness that your military training had prepared you for survival?
You're good. Yes. Being in the military and digging foxholes and learning to be by yourself, yes, my military instinct kicked in. Military instinct, common sense. Look, I'm in Chicago.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because Chicago ain't no, ain't Richmond, Virginia, baby.
Yeah. I remember one story. I was living in a self-storage unit, and the nature of the game is you got to be back in before they lock the doors at night. So I'm walking back to the self-storage unit, and there's about 4 guys at a parking lot, and they're in the car halfway cocked up, the car gangbanger colors on, whatever. And so I get the feeling they could try to do something. You know what I'm saying? I get them spidey senses feeling. So instead of walking past them, I walk straight up to them. Hey, how you doing? My name's Raymond Goode. I'm an author. Would you like to check out one of my books? So the dude that's sitting halfway outside of the car, like, you know, he's looking at me and he's like, yo, let me have one of those books. I look at him, I say, oh yeah, what's your name? Oh, hold on, let me sign this book over to you. Hold on for a minute. Because I'm already thinking you want to get me down the street. Hold on, how many do you want, sir?
You know how to survive.
Oh, I know how to survive. Shoot. I gave him a book. He was like, that's what's up.
Raymond, look, you ain't crazy, baby. That's called survival and living the next day.
That's what I said.
So with all of your experiences, I like to leave that question. We're gonna take a break. With all of your experiences, we like to leave that, like to share with what can you give to the next person. All right. With that, Raymond gonna answer that question. Take a quick break. And you know what? That's real talk. Welcome back, Raymond. So we left out. So tell us about leaving off on experiences. We can leave on the final note.
I say, and I write in my books, to give people knowledge is to give people power. And there's one of your quotes, you can lead a man to water, but you can't teach him to fish. So as long as you give someone knowledge, you know what I'm saying, whether it sits in at that moment or 10 years down the road, you've done what you supposed to have done.
Right, that's great. And what can they find more information?
Raymond Goode is my handle on social media, and then my website is tracesofyou.org. That's tracesofyou.org.
All right. So guys, I just want to say it's been a great show. Return back, and I just want to give some final wrap-ups to our beautiful cast and my special co-host, JackieHunter. Final wrap-up.
Well, I just want to share with you my book. It's Lost in the Red Hills of Mars. And my website is also lostintheredhillsofmars.com. You can also find it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and indiebooks.com.
Okay, Valarie.
Valarie McAllister, the book club, www.generationalwords.com. And also Rejoice 101.3 FM every first Sunday at 10 a.m.
This Sunday, right?
This Sunday.
On Easter Sunday.
On Easter Sunday.
Okay.
Arise with me.
Shanniki P. Green. You can find me on Facebook at Shanniki Green or Design for a Purpose 7. My book is Understanding God's Purpose for Your Life, which is found on Amazon.com.
All right, guys, I just want to say it's been a great show returning back, and I just want to thank everybody for wishing me well wishes on my return back, and just want to wish everyone a great Easter Sunday on this holiday, and it's another great resurrection on this great day. And I want to give another big kudos to Comcast producer Leroy Wilkins and my collaborator, yes, Mr. LP himself, Steven Sykes, and my team member, DAWNBRANCH, in the background that always holds me down, and my great supporters with Real Talk with Monica. And guys, guess what? I see you on Monday morning. If you're tuning in to Rejoice on 101.3 FM for the Morning Rush with Monica, bright and early. And soon I'm going to be working on another radio show. I'm going to be the hottest working woman on the RVA. Look, you gotta work, baby. You know, Oprah can do it on Sunday. I'm having a show on Sunday. I can do it. Well, okay. I'll see you next Friday for another great show. Same time, 9 to 10 p.m. And guess what? We're gonna show vegan lifestyle, transforming your life. So see you 9 p.m. And you know what? That's real talk. Happy Easter.
Stay smooth. Baby, you think I should tell him my name?
Real talk with Monica. They already know your name.
No, they don't, man. No, they don't, man. They don't know my name. The haters all coming up. The men, the women. So, what you think I should do, baby?
Ready games for sauce, real talk with Monica. They don't know her name.
That's real talk.
You don't know my name. Miss Real Talk. Miss Real Talk. Miss Real Talk. They don't know my name. Miss Real Talk. Miss Real Talk. Miss Real Talk. You don't know my name. Miss Real Talk. Miss Real Talk. Miss Real Talk. They don't know my name. Miss Real Talk. Miss Real Talk. Miss Real Talk.
They don't know my name. My name is Monica, aka Miss Real Talk. I'm telling all the haters my name. That's right, yes, my name is Miss Real Talk. I'm representing VA. I decided to do this track with my homie Stay Smooth from the 1800 gang to let all the haters know my name. By the end of this track, you gon' respect my name. By the way, I'm not Oprah, Tyra Banks, or Wendy Williams, but I'm Real Talk.